What's going on, everyone? DarkWorldMOFO here, and this past weekend I attended the Garden City, Michigan Regionals, and I decided to play Fire Kings. So I didn't do very well at the regionals, but I'm still going to give you my regional report and explain a few of my matchups that I thought needed to be explained. But before the regional, I went over to my friend Kyle's house and Thursday and Friday, and we attended two locals Thursday and Friday, and I got third place on Thursday, and I actually swept the locals on Friday, which gave me some pretty good testing for the deck, and I went into the tournament with a very comfortable build, and I felt like the build was very strong, but sadly some of my losses were incredibly unfortunate and unlucky on my part, and it really sucked that I didn't do better. I felt like I should have done better, but anyway, round one I played against Mermails, and then right after bat, I'm like, alright, I'm playing something meta. I had a strong feeling I was going to be able to win this match, but game 3, he has to destroy my Grunix with the card effect and then attacks for game, and he just got super lucky that he had exact game on board. He even cowboyed me for game after all that, so that was pretty unfortunate. Round 2, I played Crystal Beast. I 2-0'd that very quickly. Game 2, he tries to get a Crystal Abundance off, and I solemn warning it, and he lost from there. Round 3, I played against Girgia Karakuri, one of my toughest matchups. I also played that on locals Friday night in the last round, and I beat it there in time, and I actually beat it again in the third round of the regionals. Now, round 4, I play against Madolches, and I lose to this Madolche player. And this Madolche player, I actually ended up playing Thursday night at locals at Ultra Reality Games in Lakewood. And I actually beat him Thursday night at locals, and after I beat him, he decided that he should side a little bit more heavily for the Fire King matchup. And then, of course, round 4, I get paired up against him, and he beats me with his sideboard cards. Round 5, this was this was my second unfortunate loss. Play against 3X's Fire Fist. The guy didn't have a mat. He seemed like he knew what he was doing with the deck, but I feel like he wasn't a very strong player. But anyway, game 3, I'm at 3,100 life points. He summons Rooster and Tensu's the bear. I have a Garunix on my side of the field and a Yaksha in my hand. So he attempts to go for game by popping my Garunix with Bear's effect, and I special summon my Yaksha into defense mode. Or I special summon into attack mode to save myself, to win the next turn, to have Grunix come back and blow up the field. And then so when he pops the Grunix, he goes into battle phase. So I say, wait, hold on, I'm going to drop Yaksha. He says, okay, back to main phase 1. He has 2 cards in hand. Of course, his 2 cards in hand are a Blaster and another Fire. So he just pops my Yaksha and then attacks for game. So that was my third loss right there in the 5th round, so early on in the tournament. And I was very upset, man. So far, 2 out of my 3 losses were they had to destroy my Grunix and attack for game, and they just got extremely lucky, and it was very unfortunate for me, and I felt like I definitely would have won both of those matches if they didn't get that lucky that turn and beat me. But anyway, I decided to keep playing. In round 6, I played against Mythic Dragon Rulers, and I beat him pretty fast. He was a really cool dude, though. And then round 7, I get a bye. That was lots of fun. And then round 8, I play Dark World. One of my subscribers. Round 6, he also knew who I was too, and he was really awesome. And then round 8, another one of my subscribers playing Dark Worlds. And so game 1, he beats me, he gets his Recklesses going, and he gets an Eradicator off, and I scoop it up. Game 2, I beat him pretty fast. And then game 3, I seem to be in such a good position. He goes first turn like Graph, maybe set 2. I play an Onslaught. He says that's fine. I set an MST, my other Onslaught, and one other trap card so that I don't get my Onslaught taken away by drag down. And what he does on my end phase is he goes activate Dark Smog, banishing the Grunix I just got from Onslaught, pitching his other Grapha in his hand, and destroying my just set Onslaught of the Fire Kings. And just keep in mind that I just set my Mystical Space Typhoon. If I had just ended my turn and kept my Mystical Space Typhoon in hand and MST'd his Dark Smog, it would have been A-okay, but I set the MST like most people would have, and he had the Dark Smog. I wasn't really reading it, and it completely lost the game for me there, and that was my 4th loss, and I was pretty upset, man. You know, I'm going to show you guys the build in just a second, but I feel like this build is very good. I feel like Fire Kings are very good. I've been working on the deck a little bit, talking to some people who are very familiar with it, and I have fallen in love with it. It's really fun to play, and it's really good, and this regional didn't really give a good outlook on the Fire Kings, especially going 4-4 with a bye. That's terrible. I'm not even gonna lie. But the deck played very well, and most of my losses were extremely unlucky. But I feel like the deck's gonna be very good, and I will be playing it in Tennessee. I'm gonna be talking about Dark Worlds in the upcoming format very soon, guys. But here I'm gonna start off with the deck profile. The monsters, obviously. I played 2 Garunix. Really like Garunix. at 2, not at 3. 3 Barongs, perfect at 3, and 3 Yakshas. Only the Fire Kings I play, all very, very good, and I think that's the perfect lineup for the Fire King monsters. Other monsters I played are 2 Flameville Fire Dog. Very, very good to get Barongs and Yakshas out, and he's just a good card, solid card all around. Then I played 1 Bear. He was actually really good throughout the day. I really liked him. I played 1 Blaster. I did not like this Blaster card at all. I didn't summon him once during the tournament, and I used his effect. And when I even had him in the hand with another Fire Monster, I didn't really need to use his effect, so he'll definitely be coming out and playing something else in Tennessee. I need to get Wolf Perks is what I need to get. I'll get as many of those as I can by Tennessee, and I'll be playing those. Other monsters, 2 Max C's and 2 Swift Scarecrows. Swift Scarecrow's the MVP. Like I said, those 2 games that I lost by them attacking for a direct game, if I had the Scarecrow in my hand, I would have won those matches. I don't want to bump Scarecrow up to 3, but Scarecrow is a phenomenal card, as Max C is as well. Those were all the monsters I played. Under the spells, I played 3 Onslaughts, obviously. Broken card. Same with 3 Circles. Again, an amazing card. 3 Rekindling. This card is phenomenal. I'm really glad they didn't hit it. 3 Tenki. Definitely needed with the Bear and the 3 Yakshas and 3 Barongs. You might not think that you want Barongs in your hands, but more than you think you do want him in your hand. Or he's really nice to search if you already have the Yaksha in hand, and then you can crash into the Yaksha, pitch the Barong, and get all your plays going with the Tenki. Tenki just makes this deck a lot faster. I played 2 Upstart Goblins. I was playing 3 and 1 Maxi, but I took out the second Maxi at the last second and put in the second Maxi and took out the third Upstart, and I really liked it. I figured that Upstart's a good card on your turn, but Maxi can kind of just save you overall, and at the worst, Maxi is going to be a 1-for-1, which is exactly what Upstart is, without your opponent gaining 1,000 life points. So I didn't mind playing 2 of those at all, the 2 Maxis. I really actually liked it. And then I played 3 MSTs, which is almost mandatory. You need to get rid of the back rows. I can't tell you how many times I can lose to a Bottomless and Vanity's Emptiness and stuff. You really got to be able to save your MSTs. And side Dust Tornadoes, you got to. And then 1 Dark Hole for the last spell. Traps, very, very little traps. 2 Generation Shift card is amazing. You don't know what it does. I destroy a face-up monster on my side of the field, and I add 1 with the same name for my deck to my hand. So, as you guys can already see, this and this and a Tenki or this and a Barong first turn is amazing. You go summon the Barong, set the Gen Shift, pass. Then on their end phase, you Gen Shift, you get your Onslaught, you search a Barong, you play the Onslaught, you summon the Barong, and just it starts all your plays off right there. Last Traps, Torrential, good card. Mirror Force, good. Compulse, and Warning. No Bottomless. I was thinking about putting it in, just couldn't really find room. I'll be making a few changes to my main deck, but I really did like the way it played. I was actually very, very happy with it. It's just those unfortunate losses just kind of ruined it for me, but I don't know if you guys have any recommendations in the main deck or anything to change up. Let me know. I'm going to be showing you guys my side deck. Side deck, 1 Sacred Phoenix. My side deck also needs work, definitely. The 3rd Max C, 2 Fire Fencing Ferret for Evil Swarms. I didn't really know how my matchup was against them, but I realized that these can immediately come out. Didn't side them in once, didn't need to. System Downs, very, very good card. I like it against the Geargias. It gets them out of their graveyard, so you don't have to worry about the Accelerator plays or the Gigant plays, getting the little Geargiano guys back, etc. 1 7 Tools, just kind of good against, you know, I mean, whatever trap I have to use it against, really. 1 Iron Wall, but I think I'm going to be playing 2 Iron Walls from now on. 1 Malcatastrophe, I really liked it, never got it off. Rivalries, better than Gozen Match, sorry. Skill Drains, did side these in, good, because the only thing that affects it are Bear and Fire Dogs, and that I'm really not too worried about. Skill Drains is really good when I can control with my Drunics and a Skill Drain, I'll win. But to be honest, I don't really care about monster effects too much. This is more or less just to slow them down a little bit so I can get my plays going. And then last but definitely not least is 2 Dust Tornadoes. Amazing card to get rid of back row. I'd even throw 1 in the main deck if I could really figure out how to, but I can't yet. Onto the extra deck real quick. 2 Tiger Kings. Such a good card, man. I can't stress enough how, like, you'll go Rekindling into the Tiger King. Tiger King's effect, get the Tenki, grab the Bear, and then just the Bear can pop and you can just attack for game. It's just so good. 2 Kagasuchis. He's just like a wall. He's 2500 big, 26 with 10 key. He protects himself twice. Diamond Dyer, good 1-for-1. Him and him are a combo. You know, you target Kagasuchi, destroy it, Kagasuchi protects himself, and it's a +1 right there. 1 Abyss Dweller, Utopia Ray, Utopia, random level 4s, as always. Always put in work, but didn't go into Crazy Box once, and then 1 level 8, guys. I don't want to make this video going too long because it already is pretty damn long. But anyway, guys, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed my deck profile. Sorry I didn't do that good at regionals, guys. I probably promise you this deck is not terrible. I promise you I'm not terrible. I had a really fun time playing this deck. I just really wish I didn't get so unlucky. I might even have to play 3-6 Scarecrow, but I don't like the idea of that already. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe to my team's channel. And like, comment, subscribe as always, guys. Blah, blah, blah. DarkWorldMOFO out. Peace.